as well. Hello and welcome to my channel. I am on two platforms once again today. So IG and YouTube. So if you have a YouTube channel or you like to watch on YouTube, please go check that out as well, because I am on two platforms. So if you want to see the books and everything like that in the right form instead of backwards, because IG, I have to do things in selfie mode, and on YouTube, it's just a face on screen. So if you want to see the book covers, make sure that you're checking both places. I like this setup, the whole double placement and things like that. So we're just going to go for it. Let me get a thumbs up if you guys can hear me okay, so that I can, make sure that I am going for it over on both platforms. Hello to everyone that is joining me. If you don't know, this is my Wednesday bookshelf tour. Everyone was asking me to, sort of do a bookshelf tour because I have so many books, lots and lots of books. This is going to be the fifth one. This is the fifth week that I've done this, and so much fun. If anyone is over on YouTube, it would be greatly appreciated if you guys, typed in, let me know that I am good to go over there as well. If not, I'm just going to keep on going because we only got an hour here on IG and I don't want to waste that. So we're just going to hop right into it, starting with the tops of my shelves where my Funko Pops are. And we're going to start from this end. Whoop. So we have two pops that I really don't want to talk about. We got them in boxes and things like that. I have a Dementor from Harry Potter, and then I have Newt from the other one. Awesome. Thank you guys for letting me know over on YouTube that we're good to go. Yes. So we're jumping right in here. I also, these are like my four favorite ones. My husband found them for me, and I was super excited when he found them and brought them home to me. And gotta work for these. So these are my Golden Girl Pops. I absolutely love them. I have all four characters: Rose, Dorothy, Sophia, and Blanche. I have all four of them. Love them oh so much. I think they are the cutest things ever, and I'm so happy to have them. So back when I first started getting into Outlander, my husband actually found me Claire, and he got me Dougal Mackenzie. Jamie was super hard to find, and that is because Jamie was super big when, nobody knew about him, and then you couldn't find him after a while, and you still can't find him anywhere unless you want to pay an ungodly amount of money for him. So I guess I'll just be without my poor Jamie. I actually have two of these Beauty and the Beast. I have this one, which is the new Beauty and the Beast, and then next week you guys will see my old Beauty and the Beast. But then I also have Jareth from Labyrinth, and I absolutely loved Labyrinth when I was a kid. Oh my goodness. Would watch it over and over and over and over again, and it was just super crazy. So crazy. So those are the pops. Oh, I have lots of trinkets on this one. Once again, we have the lights that I got from Five and Below that just light up the shelving to give a little extra pop or what have you. I'm not on the screen. Give a little extra pop, what have you. So let's go through all the trinkets and things like that first, and then we will get into the books, because that would just make it easier for when I start to pull things off. It has to be like one of my favorite shelves with some of my favorite authors that I would drop anything for and, go from there. So yes, trinkets. Okay, we have my Just One More Chapter mug right here. And I got this from, whatchamacallit, from Book Signing Treasures, and her link is in the description box. So if you wanted to contact her, I'm not sure if she still has her store up or not, but she has a whole bunch of cool stuff. I also have this classy as fuck wine glass that you can't really see, but there you go. I have my EXO board. Yeah, I got this from Target, it looks like, and I just really loved it and was like, it goes with my aesthetic for, you know, for BookTube, because I like romance and, you know, putting it out over there. Interesting. I'm losing a whole bunch of people, or I lost a whole bunch of people, or a bunch of people just stopped watching. I don't know. I hope I'm still going. Ah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Maybe there's a lag or something. I don't know. I'm just going to keep talking. Keeping talking. Alrighty. Then I have my A Book a Nerd mug right here as well, which I absolutely love. As you can see, I don't drink out of many of these, which is really weird, but at the same time, I know that I have them. So if I wanted to drink out of them, I just take them upstairs and wash them out and then drink out of them. I have my smaller collection of candles from the amazing India, from Life is a Page Turner, from Page Turning Candles. She hand makes these and hand pours these. And I have Yellow Cake, Bali, Peppermint and Eucalyptus, Peach, and last but definitely not least is a Romance, which I love. If you watched our live show, you would have seen that I got a little tipsy and started smelling my candles, and it was so much fun. Yes, those candles are amazing. Absolutely amazing. Let's see. Down here, you could see me on YouTube. Yep, you could still see me on here too. Good. I'm glad you guys are still here. So I have my I Read Past Bedtime mug that it looks like I got from somewhere, probably BAM Books a Million or one of those stores, or maybe Second and Charles. I'm not sure. But then I have my Book Babe sticker right here as well. I have this cup that I got from, I think it was Owl Crate, or maybe it was another book box, or the Bookish box, I think. Something. One of the book boxes sent me one of these. So that's a Hard Works little cup there that I don't ever use. Gonna move that. Alrighty. Those are all the knickknacks. Let's get into some books, because there's a lot of them. And just so you guys know, this may be a 2-hour one again, or hour and a half, however long. Of course, I will keep the YouTube going because I am able to do that while I do the admin part of the IG one, and then come back to IG to finish the shelves if I can't get through them. But we're going to keep it moving. So this top shelf starts off my collection of Corinne Michaels books. And I don't think I have her anywhere else. I think this is like her shelf in most of her books. I think I'm still missing a couple books, but this is most of her books. So, we're just going to jump right in, and we have All I Ask. I don't know where I'm going to put them. We have the, we have Infinite right there. We have Indefinite. This is the secondary cover of Corinne's We Own Tonight. You'll actually see the original cover as I keep going. We have the first book in the Arrowwood series, Come Back For Me. Come Back For Me. There we go. We have one of her co-writes with Melanie Harlow, which is Imperfect Match. We have our second one with Melanie Harlow, and that is Hold You Close. We have one of her novellas that she wrote with the 101 Dark Nights, which is Evermore. And this is a Salvation series novella. And you're about to see the Salvation series because those web boys are big. And then we have another novella that she wrote with the Masters and Mercenaries. And this is part of the Return to Me series novella. And this is Say You Won't Go, right? Yes. No. Say You Won't Let Go. Let me see if I can get that name right. There we go. Ugh. Alrighty. Now, to the Salvation series. Because I love them oh so much, I got the 2 bundles. And the first of the Salvation series is the Belonging duet, which is Beloved and Beholden, and this starts you off in the Salvation series. I absolutely loved it when I first read it, and ever since then I have been a Corinne Michaels stan. Then I read the Constellation duet, and that is Constellation and Conviction. And then you would go to Infinite and Indefinite and Infinite. Woo, for this series. So then I also have each one of the individual books for that, and this is out of order. So we have Beloved, Beholden, Consolation, and Conviction. Yes, they are big books, but they're bundles. So that's, that is a awesome thing. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are loving the lives. I wasn't sure if this one was going to go off. Like the last week's live on YouTube, it did some skippy kind of weird thing with the camera. So I get why people don't actually watch that one. But it's all good. Now, there is a standalone in the Salvation series, and it is called Defenseless. And I actually have 2 copies of them because they are slightly different. One has the font is a little different. I don't know if you guys can actually see that in there, but I ended up getting 2 copies of it, and I love this one. I love this book. This book is so amazing. And Corinne has said that, this book is very similar to her, and I greatly appreciate that. I love that so much. So hello to all the new people that are popping in to watch. Stay. Then we have the next series. I can never remember what this series is called. Yeah, you can. Okay, so you can really tell when you look at it up close. The F is a little thicker in the font, and it's just it's minute. It's super minute, the difference, but yes, definitely different. I can never remember what this series is called, but I love it nonetheless. And this is her Small Town series, and this is out of order. Yep. Let's go in order. So you have Say You'll Stay. Then you have Say You Want Me. And then Say I'm Yours. That's number 3. They can all be read as standalones, but it is so much more fun if you read them in order, because then you get a whole sense of that community and those characters and how they intertwine with each other, and then how they intertwine with some of the other characters, and just love. Ha ha, giveaway. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that they're both personalized to me, so I don't get rid of my personalized books, unfortunately. So awesome. Oh, I want to send a huge thank you out to Wes. Oh my goodness. Totally surprised me with a package from Amazon. Thank you oh so much. You do not know how much I appreciate that. gift, that 5-year YouTube anniversary gift. I so appreciate it. And you're going to see some other gifts that I've received as well on the way. But I want to say a huge public thank you oh so much for that gift. Oh. And then finally, we have Corinne's Girlfriend series. I don't even know if this one has a name to it either, but I love it. These are a group of ladies that I could totally be friends with, and I absolutely love them. And this is the original cover for We Own Tonight. Then you have One Last Time. Not Until You. And then finally, If I Only Knew. So if you can read these two, Not Until You and If I Only Knew, as audiobooks, do it, because they have British narrators and they're amazing and I love them oh so much. Oh my goodness. They were so good. So good. I think it's these two. I believe it is. Yep, that's a sexy Brit. And yep, that's a sexy Brit. So yes, those two books, listen to them as audios because they're amazing. Ooh. Now we are getting into my Carrie Haywood collection. She is a local author to me here in Virginia. I met her at one of the very first signings that, as a matter of fact, the first signing that I went to. I read her book Better and immediately messaged her, and we have been book friends ever since. And I love this book. It touches so many, like, it was just that right book for me at that right time of my life when I read it, and I adore this book. But yes, Better by Carrie Haywood. Yes, so good. Then we have a little novella that she has as well, which is Read Me, speed date style. It's like little chapters of her books, I believe. Let's see. Yeah. It's like little excerpts of some of her books so that you can get like a little taste of her. I had already read all the books, so I didn't need a taste test, but I just had to have it because she was giving it out. Then we have him right there. And we have her. And during one of the signings, she had a rare copy of him in German. And no, I don't read German, but she had it. And how often am I going to get a different language book? Like never. So I had to get a copy of it. I forgot to show you them, which is part of that series as well. This is the third book in that series. We have Sawyer Says, which is sort of a spin-off of the Him and Her series, but it's about a secondary character that you meet in that series. Alrighty, we have the Carolina Days series, and that is the other side of Someday. Yesterday's Half Truth. And we also have Chasing Daylight. I have the single copy of Why Not, which is part of the Love Riddle series. This is book number 1. I actually have the bundle up of that whole series in a huge bundle, which you guys saw in week 2 in this shelf. Oop, that is not where that goes. Then I have almost all of the books for the Fix series, and that is Fix Her Up. We have Fix Me Not. We have Fix My Fall. And we have My Perfect Fix right there. Now, this is a story about a family, 4 brothers. I think it's 4, because I think like I said, I'm missing a book. Or she didn't put the novella out, which is about one of the brothers. But there's 4 brothers and 1 sister, and they all get their own books and find their love story, and it's so good. So very good. Loved it. Lots of fun. And that's really one of the lower sexiness or lower angst type books. So if that's something that you're into, definitely go check out that series. Check out that author, Carrie Haywood. Love her. Alrighty, so this shelf right here is not big enough for these 2 authors. They have to share it right now. And this is a shelf that has like probably my favorite author. And I'm sure you guys can guess who this author is over there and over here, right? I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can. Let me give you a second. Can I give you a second? How about you guys throw some guesses out there? Let's see. Can you figure out who this is? Without cheating. No cheating. Don't cheat. Who is the authors on that shelf? Because, you know. So, yes. Do. Okay, and you would be correct. Yes. I mean, I only have 1 guess up there, but that answer is correct. And this is Alethea's shelf and Kennedy's. Alithea Kennedy. Yes, they share a shelf right now, although they won't be after the reorganization. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but we're gonna figure out. They may get more shelves. So I'm gonna start it off with Alethea's light side books. Now, these aren't the books that I found her with. These are the books that she has come up with through our journey as reader and author and lover and stalker, stalker, lover. Yeah, you guys get it. So these are the ones that I would suggest if you were trying to get into Alithea Romig. You're not a dark side person, but you want to read one of my favorite authors. This is the series that I would tell you to go and read. I'm missing a book. I don't know how I'm missing a book, but I'm pretty sure I'm missing a book. But this is the series right here. So another one by Alithea Romig. Plus One. And then you have One Night. Go read these books if you want to read one of my favorite authors, and you're not into her heavy dark stuff, because I'm about to get into the heavy dark stuff, and yes, I love those. Absolutely adore them. And then I also have the original covers for her her Indulgent series. Original covers right here. So we have both of these were in the Vault Volume 1 and Volume 2. And we have Unconventional. And then we have Unexpected. And these are the 2 original covers for this series. They're amazing. I do have somewhere, I could have swore they were up there, because I have Alithea books down there too. You guys saw those last week. But these are the start of her series. And then this is a series that started off everything in my obsession with Alithea Romig, and I'm just going to pull them out one by one because they deserve that. We have Consequences. This is what started it all. This is not a dark romance. This is a psychological thriller, and Then it turns into a romance later on. But there is one chapter in this book that I warn everyone about. I don't tell them what it's about, but I definitely say tread lightly. Take a breath when you read this and you get to that one moment. Just remember in the back of your head that Stephanie said, take a breath, put the book down, put it in the freezer, as my book friend Nicole does when things aren't going the way that she likes. Put it in the freezer and then go back and get it and then finish it up and then move on to the next book, which is Truth. This is the second book in the Consequences series, and things get even more twisted and crazy and wild in this one, and it continues. In Convicted, this is probably, I would have to say, where it starts to become a romantic suspense. There's probably a lot of romantic suspense in Truth as well, but you really start to enjoy both characters most definitely in this one. And yes, this is book number 3. Then we move on to Revealed, which is the missing years. And once you read book 1, 2, and 3, you will understand what the missing years are, and they are magnificent. By this time, you are chomping at the bit and you are loving these characters, and you are just like, yes, I need more. I need the rest of the story. And then you have the final book in the series, which is Behind the Consequences, and this leaves you with a conclusion that you will feel satisfied with. You will understand all the hardship and journey that you had to go through and feel okay with it. Then there are compilation series, and this right here, Behind His Eyes, is actually a bind up of these 2 books right here. And they are Behind His Eyes, Truth and Consequences. And this gives you little snippets of the story for Truth and for Consequences in the eyes of our male character. One of our male characters. I'm trying to think. Is it just his? Actually, I think there's a couple of male characters, but it's definitely our male characters that get to have like their talk or whatever, their part. So you have to read these after you read the series. You cannot read these 2 without reading the series to know what is going on, because they are definitely just snippets. It's just a compilation of what's going on. Alrighty, then we have Alethea's FBI, definitely a romantic suspense duet, and that is Into the Light and Away from the Dark. And these books will have you twisted. They're dark, but it is definitely a romantic suspense. It deals with some harder topics in life, like cults and crazy people, and some mindset changes and things like that. There's abuse in these, so tread lightly. If you have some triggers with any of those things that I just named off, definitely go read some reviews. But I really, really enjoyed it and had me on the edge of my seat through each one of the books. We have one of my favorite books by Alithea, and it is a dark psychological thriller-esque, probably Lots of people don't consider it romance. I do, because there's a little bit of a romance story in it. And this one actually leaves an open ending. So that is sort of a warning for you that if you're not about open ending books, which is why I don't necessarily place it in romance, because it has an open ending to it. And that is Insidious. So this is the new cover for Insidious. This is the one that most people will get if you were to get the book, but this is the original cover, which I absolutely love, 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 love this original cover. Whew. And then finally, for Alethea's series, we have the Infidelity series, which so much fun, so many Easter eggs, and this one brings that dark side and craziness and twistedness into this sexy, really kind of heartfelt and lifelong sort of feel to it. And I just absolutely loved all of these books. And I love this. I love the way that she ended up titling them. If you will figure it out after I name off all these. So we have Betrayal. We have Cunning. We have Deception. We have Entrapment. And then we have Fidelity. These books are not about cheating. There is no actual infidelity that goes along in these books with our main characters. It's more about finding yourself and finding your true self. And is it about cheating on yourself and your personality and persona and things like that? I don't want to give too much away because there is some secrets in here. But I just loved the way that she went from B to F and in the naming. And I thought that was just so cool. So cool. Alrighty. Ooh. That brings us to probably my second favorite author, and that is Kennedy Ryan, which I had to slide these over. I won't talk about these yet because this is not the first series that I read from her. The first series that I read from Kennedy was Flow, Grip, and Still. So I got the amazing opportunity to interview Kennedy in 2017 at Indies Invade Philly, and I was super honored. So I read Flow and I read Grip. Those are the two that were out already. And I just knew that she was someone that I could relate to. And it was just before she had released Still. And I absolutely love this trilogy. This is the trilogy that I would say for everyone to read when they are getting into Kennedy Ryan's books, because they were absolutely amazing. Some people would say for you to start with the Soul series, which is My Soul to Keep, Down to My Soul, and Refrain. However, I did not find that I lost anything by starting with the Grip series and then coming back to this one. Bristol, who is in the Grip series, is the sister to Ryson, who is in the Soul series. And you do see a little bit of Grip in this series before you get to his story. But if you read Flow before you read Grip, then you know sort of their connection. And then everything just kind of flows together. And it's just absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love them. Love them. Then we have the Hoop series by Kennedy Ryan, and that starts us off with Long Shot, which right there, it's award-winning. It won the Rita last year before Raw was disbanded and then remade, what have you. And the Hello Lovely book box did a special cover for it. So I now have Iris and August in book cover, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So amazing, right? And then, of course, I had to get the rest of the Hoop series, and that includes Blockshot, Hookshot, which is the book that I most relate to when it comes to books. This is like everything, everything, everything. And then, of course, I have the holiday novella for the Hoop series, where we get to check in with some other characters that we have met as side characters within the Hoop series. Need to get that out, right? Whew. Yes, 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 yes. Love, 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 love. And the final books that I have for Kennedy Ryan is the All the King's Men duet, and that starts with the Kingmaker, and then you have the Rebel King, and I am waiting on my copy of Queen Move, and then, as somebody said over on YouTube, can't wait for Grimm's Story. Yes, most definitely. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Alrighty. Let's get to this next shelf. Let's see if we can knock this one out in the next 20 minutes. So then I can take a break and then we'll go on, because there's no way I'm getting through these 3 shelves in 20 minutes. It's not going to happen. So it's going to be a 2-hour one. So yes, that's going to happen. So I have Intercepted by Alexa Martin, and I also have Fumbled by Alexa Martin. Love these books. I'm not a huge person that goes into books, and when I first read Intercepted, I was like, ooh, this is about football wives. I'm not really big into that reality show of, you know, football wives. It's just not my cup of tea. But this book right here, and this book, and then Blitzed, I was like, yes, yes, because what Alexa Martin does, she took some very prevalent social issues that are happening in the NFL and mixed them together with this sort of reality feel that I do eat up, because I do love me some reality shows, just not the whole housewives thing. Placed them in this book, gave me this like family of people and women that I just wanted to know more about, and gave it to me. I was like, yes, yes, I'm here for this. Here for this. Then we have my LA Fior series. It is very rare that I get to see LA. She goes to like one signing that I go to a year, and I believe she's on the other side of the other side of the country, which is why she doesn't come to the East Coast as much. But I absolutely love her books. She does some things for me. So it's starting off with Our Unscripted Story, which I always flub up when I talk about it. I don't know why, I just do. If you can listen to this narration, definitely do that, because it's amazing. It is so awesome. So for those that missed the top half of this, when I finish up and everything like that, as long as you have the link, you can go back and watch it from the beginning so that you can watch all of it. For those that are watching over on IGTV, once I posted over there. You'll be able to watch it from the beginning as well. So you really haven't really missed anything. I greatly appreciate you guys that are jumping in, that are just now seeing the live and everything like that. And, you know, I hope to continue to do justice on this. So, oh, so we have The Devil You Know by L.A. Fior. Then this one actually has two covers. It's called Elusive. And when she decided to do two covers, it's the same story, but it's about pirates and it's two covers. I was like, I got to have them both. Must have them both. Covers are gorgeous. Gorgeous covers. Then we have Beautifully Decadent. Deceit. Yep, that one. I said that all wrong, I'm sure. Collecting the Pieces. We have Just Me. His Light in the Dark. And then we have Savage, which is another one that if you can listen to it as an audiobook, I suggest you do it because it's amazing. You'll want to go to Scotland afterwards. Yes, definitely. And then rounding out my LA collection is A Glimpse of the Dream. And then we have Beautifully Damaged and Beautifully Forgotten. Alrighty, if you have been watching these live shows, then you know that I have Fabiola Francisco's books all over the place, because I get them because she is an author that is in Europe and she only comes to the United States every once in a while. So when she does come to the United States, I have to like jump on it to get copies of them, and her books are all over the shelves. Reorganization will probably help that, right? So this is the book that destroyed me and had me on a year-long, like almost to the day, year-long reading slump for Fabi's books. And that is Red Lights, Black Hearts by Fabiola Francisco. This cover is fabulous. This is the original cover. And then you have this cover now. Love them both, but definitely partial to this one. This one, I think, really, really emulates the story and everything like that. Then we have Perfectly Imperfect. And we have Loving on You. So if you know me, then you know that I am very particular in my military romance books. And when I found Corinne, I was like, okay, I can get down with that. Yes, she has some military spouse experience that I was like, okay, I can get down with that. But you know, the Salvation series isn't necessarily about military men. It's after they've gotten out of the military. Well, this author right here, Rachel Robinson, all of her books have the military men still in. And I was like, oh, she captures it like it should be captured. When I read Black and White Flowers for the first time, I fell in love. She also gives us sort of an alternate reality of life or future that could happen. And I love that about the story. All of the like factual sort of feeling that she gave, I was here for it. And then the series continue to go on. I haven't been able to see Rachel in a little while, so I haven't been able to get too many more books, but I also have Life Plus One, Hair Hero, and Keeping It, which I absolutely love. We are going to jump back and talk a little bit about Hi India. We're going to talk a little bit about Kennedy Ryan's one of her besties, and that is Dylan Allen. And I got to meet Dylan Allen at a Polycon in 2019, and she was such a delight to talk to, have conversation with, and I fell in love with her and her books, and I cannot wait to get the rest of the books that I need to get from her. I just love it, love it, love it, love it. So this is Thicker Than Water. This is an immigration story, and she does it in a way that is absolutely amazing. And then we have The Legacy and The Legend. And I have been talking about these two because The Jezebel just came out, and it's the third story in this standalone series. You do not need to read either one of these books to love The Jezebel, but you know, it might help a little bit to give you some backstory. But it is in the Rivers Wild series, if you are looking for the actual series name. So there's those. Love them. Oh, now this is a series. This next author, yeah, the next author and the next books. This is the series that is so dark and twisted that I was in a hole for these books for like the first 4 books. I am very, very hesitant to suggest it to anyone that I do not know has a super, super dark heart like I do, because this book has every content warning, trigger warning that you could possibly think of in this series. But I absolutely loved it because it just gripped me and took me on this journey, and that is the Life of Anna series by Marissa Honeycutt. So you have Enslaved, you have Entwined, you have Embrace, you have Ensnared, Emerge, and then you have this sort of spin-off novella called Abandoned Grace, which was so fun to read. Oh my goodness. And crazy and different. And yeah, so this story, like I said, is absolutely bonkers. Bonkers, bonkers, bonkers. So let me read you the first paragraph of the first book. Back, it says, Anna's entire life was scripted out before she was born by Devin Anderson, a man who doesn't have her best interests in mind. She is to be a tool in his hands to gain ultimate power in the United States. No, not as the president, but as the man who controls the president. Woo! Yes, yes, yes. The series is bonkers. Bonkers, bonkers, bonkers. But definitely go check out some of the trigger warnings and content warnings if you don't have a seriously dark heart like mine. Because, like I said, the first 4 books, I was like, how much darker can we get? How much darker can we get? Why? Oh my God. Can I get some relief somewhere? Oh, what? Did some paranormal activity just happen? Yes, it did. And then we get to book 5, and I was just like, come on, come on. And then I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, and then the little novella was just a great little back to it. Yes. So yes, go read this one. Ooh. I also have Distorted Hope by Marissa Honeycutt. And then there was a spinoff of the story for the Life of Anna story, and that is Master of My Body, Finding Sabrina. And then the second book is that Master of My Body. Oh no, this is the same book, just different covers. So those are the two covers. So this is the one that probably goes with the Life of Anna series, and then their own cover right there. But yes, so good. I wish those characters or these characters would start talking to Marissa again, and you know, give her the rest of the story, because I kind of want it. Alrighty, so we have 9 minutes, it looks like, before the Instagram cuts off. So I'm going to stop here because we are at the end of this shelf right here, and I don't want to like get cut off while I'm in the middle down here. So I'm going to cut the IG feed, but I will stay on for YouTube so you guys get to see the background sort of feel to it. And we're going to start another hour of that lower half right there. So I will be right back, YouTube people and IG people. Alrighty. Video. Share. Bunkers. Next. I'm all up in YouTube space, right? Woo. India, stop bringing up my alter ego, please. I greatly appreciate that. Let's change that to 0.1. Whew. This is a crazy setup today. That and that. This is the show. This is the sign. Oh, okay, that's a little annoying. Let me just move this here. Yeah, I got you. This is the signed show. It can be seen. Everything. Oh, there's something weird. I'm glad that you're having an easier time taking screenshots over on YouTube. It probably goes pretty fast over on IG, I would think. Plus, they're the right way on YouTube. That's the other thing. And I hate that I'm not able to do that on IG, just because, I have to be able to see the screen on IG. So I have to do it in selfie mode, which means I have to go backwards. Don't want that to go out. Clipboard. Not. This is the sunshine. Yes. Oh. Bookshelf done. Post. Okay, while that is posting, I am going to lower you guys as well, just because I'm old and my back needs a break. So let's see. And my room is not very big. Let's see. Add to the story. Ugh. Woo. Episode 5.2. Whew. Thank you guys for hanging with me over on YouTube. I know it's been very silent because that's how I do. I need to see all that extra stuff over there. Okay. I think we are good to go now. Live. Hello, hello, hello. Alrighty. I think welcome back, right? So I am back on the floor. If you missed the first half, we did the upper half of the shelves, and you can go check out. Oh. There is a bug in my room. Oh my goodness. Oh, and I don't know where it came from. This is not good. Okay. Whew. Hopefully this bug does not come near me and y'all get to see this whole flip out thing happen, like on. Yeah, no, there is a bug in here. And so, you know. Ooh, India says she has the goods, so make sure you go over and check her out at Page Turning Candles. If you didn't see the first half, go get candles. No, India, you're not funny. For those of you just joining back with me, there's a bug in my room, and whew, please don't let it attack me. Please don't let it attack me. Okay, let's get to this third shelf. And so I can get this done because I am really, really about to freak out. I don't like bugs. And if any of you guys ever doubted the fact that I didn't like bugs, God, yeah, yeah, you may actually witness the freak out of bug. I really don't know where it went. Okay. I can't deal with it. I'll be right back. I need to kill the bug. The bug must die. Alrighty. I feel better now. Okay. Yeah. So, no, I couldn't have the hubsters take care of it because he's upstairs doing telework. So, for those of you just joining me, I had a bug situation. I all of a sudden had a flying bug up in here, and now I'm going to be very relevant or very conscious of it because I don't know where it came from, and Stephanie doesn't like bugs. But let's get to this next shelf so that I'm not keeping you guys for a full 2 hours. Oh, yeah. No, the bug is dead. I just killed the bug. The bug's dead. Dead. Very, very dead. Squished up and dead. Yes. Okay. Woo. Can't be doing that. Let's lower YouTube a little more. Ooh. Since we're lowering YouTube, we're going to lower IG too. Sorry, guys. Woo. This is the issues that happen with live shows. Alrighty. So this shelf right here, it really has no rhyme or reason to it. None of these lower shelves have rhyme or reason to them. They're just shelves that I have. So we're going to start with the fact that Miss Awesome Saucy sent me a copy of 40 Love by Olivia Dade. Super excited to jump into that one. As many of you know, I was reading the Sinister Fairy Tales collection, and I have started collecting those books. And I have Cold Queen by Kay Webster. I have Venom by D. Garcia. I got Madness by Kaylee Reese Samuels. And Kaylee actually sent this to me herself, and she has already signed it, which is one author down out of 16 or 17 books that I need to collect and like figure out how I'm going to see them. Because before Corona, it was super easy. I would just stalk them and be like, hey, where are you going to be so I can get your signature on your books? And then I take them to the book signing and have them signed and all that good stuff. But now coronavirus. So I think I have to like reach out to a whole bunch of authors that I've now gotten books from and get nameplates. Can't wait. Super fun. Lexi Cephas was amazing and sent me Winter's Arrow, and I'll be reaching back out to her to try and get a nameplate because of coronavirus. And then she also sent me her Royally Bitten Blood Allegiance series, and she tells me that it is vampires. So I'll be getting on this. And I also found it on my Hoopla. I would have been reading it this week, but I had used all of my Hoopla credits. So as soon as I get my new credits, I will be jumping into this series because the new book is coming out, either just came out or is about to come out like in the next 2 weeks. And I need to, vampires, vampires. Hello, vampires. Yes. So there's this series called The Elite Seven, and these are all the books. Oh, this story, you have to read it in order because they build on each other, but they are about the 7 deadly sins, and they are absolutely amazing. And they're written by different authors. And the first book is started off with Lust by Carrie Haywood. Then I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to say that. Then you have Pride by J.D. Hollyfeld. You have Wrath by Claire C. Riley. You have Envy by M.N. Forgy. You have Gluttony by K. Webster. You have Sloth by Gianna Darling. And then you have Greed by K. Webster and Carrie Duque. This series is super dark, super twisted, very, I would probably say new adult, even though supposedly, no, this is not a high school. This is a college. It's a college that they're in, which is why I can place it in new adult. So yes, and it doesn't trigger me at all with its darkness and craziness. Then, well, these are all sorts of mixed up because these go together. Oh, I did it by size. That's what it was. So I have my part of my Michelle A. Valentine's collection, and we have Thrust Under by Michelle A. Valentine and Emily Snow. Then we have Love, Sex, Music by Michelle Valentine. We have the Hard Knock series, and somehow or another, I got 2 book number 1s, which is Phenomenal X. And then I got book number 2, which is Xavier Cold. Now, I do have other Michelle Valentine books, but you will have to see those in the next shelf because out of order, just out of order and craziness. If you were watching my channel at all last year, you know that I was loving this psychopath crazy kidnapping story, and that is Whispers in the Dark by Letitia Newton. And this story, serial killers, two serial killers. So good. So good. Okay, need to get these out of the way. Oh. So, we have our special edition cover of Paper Hearts by Claire Contreras. That came in the Hello Lovely box, one of my Hello Lovely boxes. And then the big struggle is my Carrie Aarons collection. And we have the Nash Brothers series of Forgiven and Fleeting. There are 2 other books in this series that I don't have yet. I don't think I have them. No, I don't have them. Then we have Red Card. We have Privileged. We have All the Frogs in Manhattan. We have As Long as You Hate Me. I have The Elite. Down Will Come, Baby. Kissed by Reality. You're the One I Don't Want. And The 10th Girl. Whew. That is a big range of YA and new adult stories, and I really enjoy them. And I like Carrie Aarons's writing style and everything like that. It's very, it really drags you in. Really drags you in. Bye, Wes. I think I missed you already. You're probably already signed off, but thank you again so much. And like, if you guys don't know, you can pop off if you have to, and you can always come back and rewatch any parts of these, because I will be leaving this up on my YouTube channel as well as over on my IGTV. So all you have to do is go through my profile on IG, and in the actual profile itself, you'll see a little television with a squiggly line, and just go there and you can see any of the bookshelf tours that I have already done. Back to the shelf, we have my RK Lilley collection. And that starts us off with, actually, this series starts us off. We have the In Flight series, or the Up in the Air series with In Flight, Mile High, and Grounded. That then spins off and can be read separately, but it's funner if you start from the beginning. Goes into Tristan and Danica's story, which is Bad Things, Rock Bottom, and Lovely Trigger. Ooh. I also have Is Which New? Let's see. I know I had no idea. Oh, wow. Well, thanks. I didn't know that either, for letting us know that. That you can watch live streams on your computer from IG. Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome, because I would definitely do that more often. And yes, so over on YouTube, YouTube is asking if most of these books are independently published. And yes, 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 yes. So many. As a matter of fact, all of these, this entire shelf. I think lower, we may have some traditionally published, but I am pretty sure this entire shelf are indie authors. Yes. That is sort of where I started when it came to reading books. I read 50 Shades of Grey, which is traditionally published. But then from 50, I got really into these indie authors because they were suggested to me for lower prices over on Amazon, and I've just followed them now and stuck with them. And now I'm just like all about indie. I love indie authors. You will find that if when you're watching my videos, a lot of the books that I read are by independent authors. In the last couple years, I have started to read more traditionally published books, and smaller publishing houses like Forever, which is like a spin-off of some bigger publishing houses and stuff like that, but they're still traditionally published. But for the most part, a lot of my books and a lot of the signings that I would go to were with independent authors. Alrighty, so we have a spin-off called Lana from RK Lilley still. Then we have the Wild Side trilogy. This is all 3 books in this bundle up. We have the Wild Side, Iris, and Dare. Then we have her duet of Breaking Her. I think it goes Breaking Her. Or is it Breaking Him? I can never remember which way. I always have to look on Goodreads to figure out which one actually goes with which. But we have Breaking Him and Breaking Her. And this is a duet. They need to be read together. Go to Goodreads before you try and read them to figure out which one goes first, because I can't remember which one is which. So there's that. Yes, there are a lot of indie authors into romance. Ooh. Woo. I'm just going to move that one because this author has 2 places on my shelves. You'll see her next week as well. But we have Amy Marie, and we have Seven. And then we have Kaysen. Ooh. I love my shirtless covers. Love them. Alrighty, so this next author is an author that I was introduced to after I read 50 and was like, I want to learn more about BDSM and, read more books with that kind of content and stuff like that. And that is when I found Ella Dominguez. Oh my goodness. I love this cover and love this book. It's 3 books. This is the bind up of it. And the trilogy is called the Art of D/S trilogy. So dominance, submission, and control. And I love this story like so much. Oh my goodness. It is such a good story. It's like it takes you on this ride and it is just absolutely amazing. But when she put out that she had this bind up like this, I was like, I got to have it. And this artwork really does go along with the story quite a bit. So, which is another reason I absolutely loved it. This was the original cover. This one actually has some imperfections to it, but I absolutely loved it. And that's Submission. Then you have a spin-off called Becoming Sir. And then you have a standalone book, which I absolutely love and was super twisted by, and it's called Altered State. And those are all by Ella Dominguez, and I love them. Yes, shirtless is good. Oh, goodness. Yes, I do love that so many of these authors on here, or that I have showed you, some of them have gotten traditionally published, you know, deals and things like that. Like, I know that Corinne, a couple of those books, like All I Ask, is a traditionally published book. And Kennedy Ryan has some traditionally published books. And who else? I am sure there is someone else. I can't remember. Some of the ones that are lower are some traditionally published ones as well. So now, this is my Kristy Pastori collection. I love Kristy's books. I love her stories, and she resonates with me, and I just really love her storytelling and everything like that. But we have the Harbor series, which is Bound to Me, is book number 1. Then we have Healed by You. Then we have Return to Us. And each one is a couple that you end up starting to see sort of intertwined into Kristy's other books. I'm not sure. I don't think this was her first series that she wrote. No, this is not her first series. I have her first books. And you're about to see them. But I really loved how intertwined these stories are. You don't need to read them in order, and you can read them separately, but it's so much fun to read them 1, 2, and 3 together. And all the couples are so different, and so they just sort of resonate with you. Then we have, I do know the order of this one. We have Unscripted, and then you have to read Perfectly Scripted. Love these covers, love this story, and you get to see some of the people that you saw before. We have 15 Weekends. Then I have both covers of the First Lights. This is a football story. Football! Love it. Love it. Small town. Oh my goodness. So much fun with those. Then we have Wicked Gentleman. And then finally, we have A Beautiful March, which I love. Next, I have a few books from Megan Vernon, and my other 2 books are upstairs. I haven't brought them down here yet, but we have Straight Up Irish, which is the Murphy's Brothers series number 1. We have Irish on the Rocks, which is Murphy's Brothers number 2. And then he's upside down. I just realized that. We have Heartthrob, which the guy's upside down. I didn't even notice that before. Hadn't even noticed it. But yes, have those. Next. Woo! Alrighty, here is part of my Amy Harmon collection. I believe I have other books from her, or I may have already showed you books from her. I don't know. I can't remember. But I have Making Faces, A Different Blue, Running Barefoot, and Infinity Plus One. And I do believe Amy Harmon is one of those authors that has published traditionally as well. Okay. So I have this series has absolutely nothing to do with romance. And excuse me. I've been back and forth on reading this and everything like that. I've gotten it from my library, but with the passing of Senator John Lewis, I was like, I need to have a copy of it for myself. And that is the graphic novel named March, which is March number 1, book number 1, March, book number 2, and March, book number 3. All 3 of these books are a graphic novel that tells the story of John Lewis, and I love it. It's amazing. I had to have a copy for myself, and my son is really big into graphic novels, and I think this would be something that will benefit him later on in life, and just had to get it. Yes, I would definitely suggest you go out and get them, being that they're going to be really hard to find soon, and they're going to be hard to get from your library. So if you were trying to read them, definitely make that happen for yourself in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, definitely. I think you definitely have to be at a good place, because they definitely talk about hard topics of the United States civil rights movement, and the things that Black people have gone through, things that John Lewis himself did with Dr. Martin Luther King, and the march in Salem, and all of that. There are super hard topics that are dealt with within that graphic novel, and you definitely have to be in the right headspace to take them on, I think. Definitely. So this starts my Katie Raniere series or collection of books. We have Unloved. Then, Katie did a fairy tale retelling series, and I wanted all of the pretty covers, so I went and I bought them. Oh my goodness, so many pretty covers. Ugh. Let's go through them. So we have Ginger's Heart right there. Those are the 2 covers for that one. Whew. We have The Vixen and the Vet. We have Never Let You Go. We have Dark, Sexy Night, which those are the 2 covers. We have Don't Speak. Then we have some short stories. I have Sheer Heaven, I'm sorry. I have A Short Story and Love Letter, which is part of the Modern Day collection. Then I got Frosted. And then finally, Fragment of Ash. So originally she did it in the black and white covers, and then she decided to go to the pop of color set, which is why these don't actually have the dark covers to go with them, because these books came out after she did the color switch. Then I also have a specialty cover, I believe. I think I got, this is a specialty cover. Yeah. Of Playing for Love at Deep Haven. There we go. So that's my Katie Raniere. Now we're down to the final author of the bookshelf, and that is the wonderful, amazing, super awesome Rachel Blaufeld. I have pretty much every book that I've read by her on this shelf, and we're going to go with Breakpoint. This is about tennis. I arc read for her with Wonder Love. I believe this is the Electrified series. I think that's what it's Electric Tunnel. No. I can't remember what the series is called. But we have Electrified, Smoldered, and Tingled. Yeah. Then we have To See You, which is sort of a Beauty and the Beast retelling that is a very different and fun. I really enjoyed that one. We have the Crossroads Duet. I have the Bundle Up Special Collector's Edition bundle up of it. And then I have the individual books as well of Redemption Lane. That flashes out every single time I try and put it on YouTube. I don't know what it is. It's my lights. Sorry. Then we have Absolution Road, which is absolutely amazing. Love it. Oh my gosh. So both of these books right here are in this one right here. Ow. Whew. Then, yeah, I had to twist around. Sorry. Then we have Birthday, which is going to flash out, but I love it. It's a beautiful cover. And we have Dulce. And I probably said that wrong, but it is what it is. Me and pronunciation doesn't work. Whew. Oh, not even sure how this got over here, but we have Just a Taste, which is a sort of compilation of a couple series and excerpts and stuff like that from Ellen Carr. And it has Chasing Stones, Giving Into You, and From a Distance, which I have the whole copy of From a Distance. Back to Rachel's collection, I have Heart Stronger. Where's that? And then I also have the alternate cover for Heart Stronger. I can't remember which cover is actually out there now. So, and then finally we have Hot for His Girl by Rachel Blaufeld. Alrighty. That concludes today's bookshelf tour. Wow. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. That one took quite a bit of time. Got a couple minutes, so throw me some questions. Wow, I'm really gonna have to like redo my bookshelves and stuff. So, whew, you are welcome. Thank you guys for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, so much. You guys are awesome for, taking time out of your day either stopping in to say hi or, you know, gonna stop back by to finish watching it because I know it's long and it can take a little while. Let me know down in the comment section after I have uploaded all this stuff, if there's anything you guys want to know, because the comments that you guys write here as we're going live, for the YouTube version of it, I will be able to see those after it's done processing and stuff like that, which is probably tomorrow. But oh Jesus, India, you're so special. But for the IG lives section of it, I won't be able to see any of the comments that are made from the live show until, or I won't ever see them unless I saw them while it was going on. So if you have any questions, or if you remembered writing a comment that you want me to talk back to you or give you an answer for, make sure you wait until until it goes live and it's able to do a playback, and then go into the comment section and just type out whatever you have to say. You can do that on YouTube as well, or you can just do it in the comment section here on IGTV. Let's see. Jess, what's your question, Jess? Is there an author from that shelf you really want to meet at some point that I haven't already this far? Okay, so Jess's question is there an author that I want to meet that I haven't met from this specific shelf? Because as I said earlier, this is probably my favorite shelf with my favorite authors on it. And for the most part, I have met all of the authors that I absolutely adore on here. But I would say that I would love, 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 love to meet Kristy Pastori, Fabiola Francisco, Rachel Blaufeld. No, I've met Rachel. What am I talking about? I've met Rachel a couple times. So Rachel's off the list because I've met you already. But definitely Kristy and definitely Fabiola. And then I would probably have to say some of the authors from the Sinister Fairy Tales collection, as well as some of the authors from the Elite Seven. So Kura Duque, Kay Webster, J.D. Hollyfeld, Lexi C. Foss. I'm a hugger, so you know some of these authors have been like corresponding with me for years, and I've never met them, so I would love to give them like hugs and stuff like that and be like, I love your books. I love your books so much. So yes. Well, I'm glad the boys are watching me, India. Thank you very much. Thank you. I actually did a little something special for you guys in an upcoming vlog, because people had been saying that they hadn't been seeing my dog, and they're like, we don't believe you that you have a dog, even though we've seen him in other videos. He doesn't actually appear in any videos because he's short. He's super short. He's only like that tall. He's only like 2 feet tall, I think, or something like that. He's kind of small. He has little short legs, but I got some clips of him. So in upcoming vlogs, be on the lookout for him. Other than that, I think I'm going to sign off now, because I now have books to put back up onto those shelves in some way or another. I hope that you guys will give this video a thumbs up, give it a heart over on IG, give it a thumbs up on Instagram or on YouTube, make some comments down there once it goes live, or it's already live, but once it processes and stuff like that, you guys can check that out. He does. Oh my goodness. This dog is like all about me. All about me. If I lived in Atlanta, I probably would help you, India, to package up your candles. Which, by the way, here's another shameless plug for India. If you like candles, they're amazing. Go get some. She has some over on her Instagram. It's called Page Turning Candle Company, and the page is Page Turning Products, I believe. I hope that's right. Regardless, go check her out. Go check her out because she's amazing. Also, if you like bookish cups and things like that, check out Book Signing Treasures. It's down in the description as well. And I think that's all. So my Ko-fi and my PayPal are down there. My Amazon wish list for those over on IG. All that stuff is over on my YouTube channel in my description. All that good stuff is down there, like always. Thank you guys for joining me, and we will see you guys in the next video, which there's one scheduled for tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. I will see you guys later. Thanks. Bye. So much to do. Boom.